All right. Hello. Hello, everybody. It is Monday. Boy, howdy. Is it a Monday? Cosmic, thank you for the lurky lurk. Thank you. SG, welcome on in. How you doing? Hope all is going, at least at bare minimum, surviving on this Monday. Happy Lunar New Year to those who will be partaking. It's not technically till tomorrow for North America, but time zones. Time zones exist. So why is this song so quiet? It's quieter than normal. Let me give that a little bit more gain. That should be okay. I am awake. Despair only. Despair. So delicious. Chat, we're doing a little more backpack work today. We're doing a wee little bit more backpack work today. Mostly focusing on this section over here. Hyde, welcome on in. SG, that saw did come in. So now I do have a Tamiya plastic saw that I can use for Frankenstein experiments. So thank you again for that. Give you some more gain. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a how to and how not to hold thing. That's good, because I have a habit of holding it just like that. But yeah, we've got to do a little bit of detail paint today. It's mostly going to be like the black parts of the vents, so nothing too major and or intricate. So that will be pretty simple for the day. Salda, welcome on in. How are you all doing? I know I've asked that many times, and I'm programmed to ask it at least 20 times before stream is over. Alright, what do I need? I need P3 and P6. Let's go ahead and get this going. P3, P6, P5, P4. We need lots of PP, chat. We need lots of PP. Where is the PP? Is it the Gray Runners? I think it's the Gray Runners. Yeah, it's these goobers. These are some big chunkers. Okay, so we need basically all of these goobers here. So we'll go ahead and grab those. I don't know why I was thinking that these were red. Maybe some like red plastic goes on them? I can't remember. I guess we'll find out though. Maybe it is just gray. I mean, I don't mind the color separation. Okay, these are just gray. Okay, I see. They're boosters on the back. It's booty boosters. Chat, did y'all do anything over the weekend? Did y'all get into any trouble? Is Allie cutting off the right piece? Allie is cutting off the right piece. Cried? That is fair. That is fair. Let's see. Now we need these goobers. Man, these pieces are large. Yeah, so the bulk of the... Oh my John Stamos.
John Stamos!
Reprieve, welcome on in. I hope your fight for Cyberstan has been going well. I hope it has been going well. To my understanding, it has been a bloodbath the last couple days. What you got going on? You've reminded me I need to see if I can find a particular Char quote. to put into the sound bank. It is of great import that I do that. But welcome on in. Welcome on in. Also painting Necrons. Yo, those little goobers you made, they are like little demonic lightning bugs, and I love them. And spilling oil, it's been better for me than Osha-une. That's fair. That is fair. The Osha-une system. Ooh, woo. Or like Osha-une. I'll see myself out. So, I need these angled parts here. We're just kind of getting started for the day. Just doing some plastic. You know what? Fine, we'll go with that. We're doing some plastic, chat. Boop. Oh no! Damn, on stream? Absolutely. Chat, if my internet can handle it, we might start to try stream. We might try to do 3 streams. I'm examining an additional platform to potentially add to our repertoire. Also, chat, I've got to paint each and every one of these little missiles red. I need to paint each and every one of these little missiles red. Oh no, not kick. Oh, absolutely not. I would sooner quit streaming than go on kick. That place is a cesspool. All my homies hate kick. I did make an account simply to reserve my name so no one else would take it. But that was like when it first came out. You need 4. You know, it's been a while since we started a stream talking about holes. Nature is healing. Nature is healing. What's not healing is a missing cube runner. Where did I put that? Is this it? Yeah, here we go. I don't think Allie can take anything. Remember, Allie is 39% nitroglycerin. That is why she has an explosive personality. To be fair, in most games, I do typically explode at random. Okay, this is just a pile of gray. It is just a pile of it, chat. Also, I need to correct my posture. There we go. Tomorrow, chat, I get to go back to my voice coaching now that COVID has passed. Nike, welcome on in, welcome on in. Pasta check. I had 4 taquitos before stream. I ate something today. Nike, thank you for the hydrate. no, I forgot to fill my water bottle. Well, that's okay. I fully admit it's going to be about a 2-hour stream today because I am knackered. And that's okay. That's okay. I accomplished a lot this weekend. And my body is feeling it. Isn't it annoying how Bandai didn't finish the high-grade G-Self variants? It is very annoying. Agreed. Like, I wanted the Tricky pack. I wanted the, like, ground tank pack. It would have been so good. It would have been so good if they had finished their packs. I will forever shake Bandai for not doing that. And for not making a master grade of the G-Self. Hello, Ren. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. How you doing? Like, I still want to collect the ones that we have. I know there's, like, one P Bandai one that's... I don't remember which pack it is, but it's, like, the Gundam X-ish looking pack. But I also just want a standard G-Self. I just want, like, a standard atmospheric pack G-Self. Oh, at this rate? Yeah, probably G-Witch. Ren, what you got going on? What you got going on? We are playing with plastic of varying varieties of gray. And by varying varieties, I mean one variety. Is this the tasty plastic type? Oh, that's every kit. Yeah. So, actually, a lot of places where I live right now did not take the holiday off because of how much the snow, like, messed everything up for a while. Most of the city is still up and active as, like, a makeup day. So people definitely do be working and twerking. Bet you get paid a ton. Oof. Ah, oof. Got laser hair removal, which did not realize it hurts so much, but hopefully it works. I've been wanting to get that. I've been wanting to get that, but it's expensive. I know you can get, like, at-home lasers to use for that, but I'm a little scared to use those because my skin is so sensitive. Life is telling me I cannot get Gunpla because of it. The equivalent exchange. Happy today is a mandated holiday in Canada. Yes, just give me a beam saber. This nubbin is not wanting to come off. It's in an awful place. For those who don't know, this is the G-Self Assault Pack. It is the big red one, as I affectionately call it. Well, welcome on in, everybody. Yeah, I think I saw you mentioning the glass file, how it was, like, eating into plastic a little bit. I know my, why did that get blocked? Out of all the things we say in this chat, that's what gets blocked? Like, I'm used to my metal files eating into plastic, but every file is different, so I feel like I would have to relearn, like, how to properly use it to not eat into the plastic. Doesn't necessarily make it a bad file. Well, see, we're kind of looking for Razor file alternatives. Nothing against the Razor file, but there are some new glass files that have like narrow and like pointed tips, and we're looking at those just so we can get into like little nooks and crannies that this big round boy can't typically get into. So like Hyde's trying some out, Einar's trying some out. I'm very curious. I'm also very curious as to why this isn't filing up good. Maybe it's okay now. Pretty sure Razer will make stuff like that. I don't know if they have yet, though. Yeah. It's just one of those things where I don't really have time to wait around for them, you know? Driving to next job site. That is fair. I admit I'm surprised Razer has not done them yet. I do have some steady sanding sponges, though. Are the three of you known as the filing cabinet? Okay, so funny thing. Hey, I can talk about being shot with a laser after money is a bit better. I want to go get a nice real grade. Hell yeah. Get you some treats. Get you some treats, Salda. How often are they telling you need to get applications for that? Because I'm still kind of new to it all. I will say, Nike, I do love the God Hand sanding sponges. The God Hand sanding sponges were like my bread and butter for like the last 5 years. They are some pretty solid sanding sponges. I do definitely like them. I picked up these steady sponges just because they're a little bit cheaper and I wanted to try them out, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. But the God Hand sponges do give you some nice variety. I got a lot of use out of mine. I would buy the variety pack of the God Hand sponges. It had like grits from 10k down to 400, I want to say, or up to 400, I want to say. The bigger the number, the finer the grit, so. Now, as far as like God Hand nippers go, I probably don't have any intention of ever getting any of those. I just don't want to pay for the label, you know? But the sponges, I like the sponges. They do be sponging. Okay, but like when I did security, I had a nickname. I had a very sussy nickname for very not sussy reasons. Managed to convince your endo to give you a proper dosage. Let's go. I cannot remember what my current dosage is, but I do know it was upgraded a couple weeks ago. So it is upgraded. Now that we're sure my body isn't going to have like a conniption fit. Is this a line with the Goon Patrol? So my nickname that So my security nickname that all the officers knew me by was knee pads. They called me knee pads for short. Hey, 16, welcome on in. Welcome on in. That only raises more questions. I don't know if I'm using that one for the androgen blocker. I think the one that I'm on is spherinolactane, or however you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure that's the one that I'm on. That only raises more questions. Spiro is bad. It's, I'm basically at the mercy of what, insurance covers. Memory loss. I've already got that from my concussions. But yeah, that's what they've got me on. And that's probably what I'm gonna have to stay on. Just because insurance isn't gonna cover anything else. What's the one that you're on? Is Cypro like shorthand for it? But yeah, no, my nickname was Knee Pads. The reason I was called Knee Pads is because the captain of the whole setup, basically I was the person that he sent out on jobs that he didn't want someone to mess up. So it unfortunately kind of gave me a teacher's pet kind of moniker as a result. So they started calling me Knee Pads. Because they were like, well, you do all the captain's hard work, so you're on your knees all the time. And I'm like, you know what? Kinda, yeah. I didn't even own any knee pads, chat. But it literally was just a case of, hey, I need this job to not get messed up. I'm throwing you out there. Which led to me getting a lot of overtime, which is both good and bad. In this particular case, it was more bad than good because it wore me down. We'll look up a full name. Thank you. Brand name. I know that you can't be picky because US med system, but people are really uninformed, including doctors, unfortunately. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. Well, on the bright side, there is one thing I can do where I won't have to take that again. If I decide to do it. Estrogen at high enough levels works. Spear, no lack of king. Hide. Now I want Burger King. Wake up with the king. Just having IE blocks it on its own. That's what I've heard. I've heard it kind of counterbalances. I cannot eat Burger King anymore. Do y'all remember, at least in NA, when Burger King had the tacos? That was a terrible idea on Burger King's part. Roommate brought home a Texas Double Whopper and it destroyed me. Ew. And I even took the jalapenos off. Oh, was it like really spicy? Or was it like food poisoning? Also, Saldo, what kind of real grades are you looking at? The spice I can handle, the stomach cannot. Yeah, this nub right here. This is a very awkward placement. And it makes for equally awkward cleanup. Spicy chicken fries, they're so good, but they don't always have them. They, for a time, it was a very limited edition kind of thing. They had Parmesan chicken fries. And those were actually, like, pretty good. Those were actually pretty good. I was gonna go out to Taco Bell, like, tomorrow, because I've got a doctor's appointment. I think I'm gonna do it today. Instead. Potentially. I've got some plans. Ren brought up putting some good stuff on a crunch wrap that I'd never thought of before. So I'm going to try that. I get the Hershey pie because that's one of the few things they don't make in-house. The little Hershey pies are good. They're really good. Nice little treat. God Gundam, Quant, and one of the newest Wing Gundams, or the Angelic Wings. I will not be forced to memorize the variants, that is fair. I saw one brand make a blue burger and it looked radioactive, but I kind of want to try it. Hell yeah, that's the spirit. I know during Halloween they do the orange burger. For the record, chat, Burger King is not one of those places that I go to frequently. Burger King is in my list of sometimes you just want shit food. So that's like the only time I really go up there. They made a Hatsune Miku burger. Yo, if they did that, though... Didn't Burger King do that, like, really expensive SpongeBob meal? Drink an energy drink flavored white chocolate, cayenne pepper. I don't think I will taste anything worse, so every other culinary experience will be upgraded. So, hey, you know what? That kind of sets you a new bar of awful, so it's only up from there. It's only up from there. I need to keep an eye out, chat. It's raining a little bit. But I've got a package coming today from Amazon. And I don't want it to get wet because Amazon will just throw stuff in the rain sometimes. Okay, there we go. I'll say that's good enough. I think the reason this is so hard to clean up, they placed the... This is red, this isn't gray. That's not a big issue, though. What is a big issue is my lack of cotton swabs. Well, I need to wash this hoodie anyway, so... Hoodie to the rescue! Hide, put that down. Put that down. My birthday is past. We don't need that. There will be no throning. Where did I put my cotton swabs? I might be out. The Ko-fi link is more acceptable. The Ko-fi link is more acceptable. At least for right now. Didn't want to use that cotton swab, but it was necessary. But yeah, I think going out to get my food today is going to be a better alternative because when I get back from the doctor tomorrow, it's going to be like a really high traffic time. And I'm probably going to end today's stream at 3 Eastern. That way I can dodge the traffic a little bit. I'm waiting on my poor financial decisions to be shipped at all. It's supposed to ship sometime between this week and a month from now. Ooh. What financial decisions did you make? Oh, you got an airsoft gun. I used to be into airsoft a while back. Many, many, many moons ago. Ooh, FAL? Hell yeah. Hello, Bear Necessity. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Favorite flavor of ice cream? Neapolitan. Neapolitan is my favorite because I cannot commit to a single flavor. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Yo, cookies and cream is really good too. Cookies and cream does slap. That is a respectable choice. Butter pecan. I've never had butter pecan. I might have to try it. I used to inhale pecans. When I was a small, tiny little half vampire, many, many, many years ago, my grandfather would go down to the banks. And, like, these were, like, you know, not a walk-in deposit kind of bank. These were, like, the big office buildings for the bank, so they were, like, high-rise buildings and stuff. They had pecan trees. The bank's choice of trees were pecan trees. So, he would show up either super early in the morning or super late at night, and he would just, like, harvest a bucket of pecans from those trees and bring them home. I mean, I guess no one else was eating the pecans outside of the wildlife, and we definitely left enough for the wildlife. Yeah, there's some ice cream talk going. Remember, it's not a normal stream without food talk. When I was. That's gonna be in my head, Reprieve. Thank you. I like rum or grape with a hint of alcohol. I've heard that's really good. Like, especially if you make, like, a float out of it. I really want that God Gundam, but I must stay strong for the wife. I believe in you. I believe in you, Salda. And then a time will come. And then a time will come where you can have the God Gundam, and it will be glorious. Chippy chippy choppa chop. Son of a bitch. I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this. Nah, nah, nah. Ba, 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 ba. Not a stream without the cream. Oh, chat, they posted updated pictures of the real grade Patlabor, and it looks fantastic. It looks so good. But yeah, the Patlabor kit looks so good. Teenage Dirt. I don't know if I'm familiar with that one, Hyde. I'm trying to think. It looks gorgeous. Hey, Fennel. Welcome on in. How you doing? Happy belated, or potentially not belated, birthday. You mean the Ingram Plus. It looks fantastic. It's a series that I was never really exposed to. But the design is just so good. Birthday is the 18th. Gotcha, gotcha. Close. Close. We're working on a mountain of gray parts right now. I think we're almost done. We just have the little struts over here that we gotta do. But yeah, no, I'll probably pick up the that real grade. Sometimes all it takes is a really good design for me to bite. People were lighting up fireworks and stuff earlier. It do be Lunar New Year. It do be Lunar New Year. Also, I know they do have, like, specific names, but I'll probably just keep calling it Pat Labor. I wonder if they're going to make any of the other units. Lunar New Year's like Christmas? Yeah. I was wishing Momo Happy New Year before stream. These parts are like an abnormal amount of gray, but this model itself has had a bunch of like reds, blues, darker reds. The main body is actually over here. So this is the main body of the little goober with all of its bell bottoms. For the US, yeah, for the US, it will technically be tomorrow. And then for my friends who are in Asia, it's technically very early in the morning on the 17th for them, I realize. But yeah, no, for the US, it'll officially be on the 17th. But for those of you ahead in the future, I can see the future. Also, once again, Fennel, welcome on in. Hope all is well. Hope all is good. We're big chillin'. I only know the US date because I gotta take New Year's pics from my grandma. Hey, that is fair. That is totally fair. I slept early to wake up and do the formalities, prayers, and whatnot. Yeah. I don't know, there's something nice about, like, waking up on a holiday, just whenever you feel like to do things. I am not religious, but I was told to do so. That's what I have to do. That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, Aura Battler, Hyde, correct me on this. They're like hybrid insectoid mecha or something, right? Because they look like beetles with armor strapped on them, but they have a cockpit. I'm not super familiar with them, but they do look cool. Got my red shirt ready for tomorrow, and I'll eat those noodles and dumplings. Hell yeah. That sounds like very good food. You got some boiled chicken? Let's go. I need to watch the show more. They just share a lot design-wise. You know, I can see that, actually. Like, the silhouette of the Ingram and the Aura Battler. Yeah, no, I can actually really see that now that you mentioned it. They have very similar silhouettes. Proportions, too. That reminds me of Beetleborgs. I don't know if anyone watched that back in the day. It'll be funny when I move in with the wife, and I will somehow put a perfect grade on the credit card to build up credit score. You know, that is one way to do it. Banks do like it more when you owe them money. Your credit actually goes up for having interest payments. and your credit score actually goes down a little bit if you pay off your credit card all at once. It's wild. Financial degree coming in clutch. Absolutely. The one day it's acceptable to stay up until 3 a.m. Oh gosh, 3 a.m.'s like my norm. Well, usually 2 a.m. Usually 2 a.m.'s about the time I settle into bed. Not necessarily completely my choice, but it's consistent at least. Here, you lower your score for 2 weeks if you ask too many banks about the terms and conditions. Because it makes you seem as being denied at a bank. I know in the States, in a lot of cases, if you want to check your credit score, it actually, like, lowers it for a bit. I mean, the whole system's a scam, but I have been educated on, like, the ins and outs of it and the horrors within. I mean, my parents, oh, that is fair. They don't judge me for doing that and eating at midnight. Understandable. You may not rest when monsters are nearby, and I don't mean the energy drinks. I'm gonna be honest with you, Hud. I think I'll take the actual monsters over the drink. I like my odds better with the actual creatures. Oh, chat. New Dot Hack game. Dot Hack 0. Apparently it's been in the works for 6 years, and they've been keeping it under wraps. But trailer for that dropped today. Yeah, new Dot Hack. I think it's called Dot Hack 0. Trailer is out now. And they've just been casually working on it for the last 6 years, they said. Which is wild. In our hour of need, when we needed it the most, Dot Hack appeared. I realized I don't have any noodles. Oh. As our proof told us, in the good old days before we had proper company tracking, you could be one of the free professions, doc for instance. Get a shit ton of loans from the banks and flee the country. That sounds about right. Sheesh. Okay, I just have these two. We'll take out a loan for the PG new. With how pricey that thing is, probably. But yeah, I need to see which team is actually behind that Dot Hack game. Bam. 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 Also, chat, it is like, it's kind of throwing me off today, but it's like super dark and rainy, which is a good thing. That's actually a very good thing. Because it's finally getting rid of all this snow. Like, for the last month and a half, the neighborhood, the yard, everywhere has just been white. And like, for the first time since the start of the year, I can actually see green again. And the amount of plus positive stat points that is given my brain has been enormous. Snow has melted, and I had an actual pond right under on a path to... Oh no, did it flood? Oh, the Project X Zone guy. Yeah, I need to see if that's the case, Bear. It's been so long. Like, when was the last Dot Hack game? Oh, your pipes froze about a week ago? That's fair. Yeah, it definitely got chilly for you. You know, I really would like to, get a steamed meat bun again. I know whenever I can get my ass over to Japan, I know Momo is going to, like, show me all the food. Like, all the food. I haven't seen the show in years. Oh, the Dot Hack music was so good. I am very down south. Understandable. I could fuck up a steamed pork bun. Me too. Me three. Yeah, Bear, Dot Hack was one of the... When did I think 2009 is when I watched Dot Hack. I think I was a little late to the party. I can't remember. 2009 was a long time ago. I do remember what I was doing in 2009. I miss Fat Thursday already. Man. National holiday. I tried to get into Dot Hack, but it was really confusing. I can understand that. So, Dot Hack Sign is the only of the animes that I've actually seen. I haven't seen, like, any of the other ones, if there were any. I think GU might have had one. Maybe a few others. I'm definitely someone who's drawn to a show because of music. Like, it could be an anime that I have zero interest in at the time. But if it has a kickin' soundtrack, I'll watch it. Oh, ad break is starting soon. Chat. It is time for our first ad break. I'm going to go ahead and get those stinky ads out of the way. That way no one misses any conversation. I'm going to get up and stretch and check the front door, too. See if that package is here. But sit tight. Sit tight. Do what you got to do. And we will be right back very soon. As soon as I figure out which Stream Deck button I'm looking for. Aha! There it is. chat, we are back. Just grabbing some things real quick. Yeah. All right. Scooch up here. Thank you for your patience. I haven't seen the show in so long. Yeah, no, that is valid. It has been a very long time for me. Ooh. Is that a type of food, Salda? Let me get my earbuds back on, then I need to take a swig of water. Also, chat, I apologize. Talking is a bit awkward today. I have, like, a massive split on my lip. So, I have to, like, kind of keep my mouth very closed when I talk, or else it hurts. Yeah, we are back. So I'm probably not going to attach this stuff to the backpack immediately. I think I want to panel line everything first when we get there. Let me move my mouse. There we go. The rain has stopped, apparently, which is good, considering I am waiting for a package to come in. I'll post a picture of it when it gets here in the Discord, but I got a cute as hell little crop top, and it's got a little skeleton on it. It's pink with a little skelly man. So I'm waiting for that to show up. I think this is the last nubbin I have to clean up. Okay. Alright, chat. Let's put a couple things together and do a little bit of detail paint. So, what all do I need for this? Let us sheathe our nippers. Always have to keep the nips well protected. Skeleton normal, or does it have design aspects? It's like, how to explain? I think it's got like a little, does it have a pocket? Does it have a booba pocket? Let me think. I think it does have a pocket. Yeah, because like the little skeleton is like coming out of the pocket area. And I think he's like waving. It's like really cute. I saw it and I'm like, I have to have this. It's really adorable though. I'm pretty sure they're waving. They're making some kind of gesture. Is that in? I think it's in. This is one of those parts where it's like really difficult to, well, not, I shouldn't say really difficult. It just takes a little extra oomph to get it into place. Like Jake! That makes me think of Jake from State Farm. Which is hilarious because State Farm is my insurance that I use. Does this slide in like this? Yeah. Jake the Skellington. I need to give him a little name. Yeah, the reason I'm using the bamboo skewer, bamboo woo. The reason I'm using the skewer is because it's gonna hurt my hand if I try to push this in with the dual pegs. Okay. Also, for those of you who are new here, like Bear, hope you're all doing well today. If you're lurking, never feel the need that you have to chat. Lurking is always, always, always appreciated. But regardless, I'm glad that you are here and vibing with us. We're getting ever closer to this build being done. Ever closer. How do I do this? This right? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to paint in here and these little things here just to give them like kind of a black void kind of look for the thrusters. But yeah, if you're new here, we try to stream 3 to 4 days a week. Lately, it's been kind of 3 days. I don't know. It has been a couple weeks, and we have been doing our best. The gift of being a slower builder, so your kits last longer. That is true. That is true. And I am a very, very slow builder, I admit. A lot of it has to do with hyperfixation, and you know what? That's okay. You get to savor the kit like a fine wine. You can do a little shippy ship here and there. Oh, this is how this goes. Oh, well, don't take a sip of microplastics, actually. Don't do that. I do not advise. I'm unfortunately impatient and burn through my kits in an hour or two. Holy. So have I ever done that? I blind build high grades in like 2 hours. Yo, I've been wanting to try that. I've been wanting to like get a high grade and just see if I could like blind build it just with basic understanding of how Bandai kits work. I would like to try that with the, if I ever get one. I haven't been able to find one. The HGUC Zaku 2 Revive, the green one. Haven't been able to find that kit anywhere. But I would like to try it, because it seems really fun to do. And fun things are fun. I do not build, but it's fun to watch. Yeah, there's no problem in that at all. There's a lot of people I know who they don't really build or anything. And they just enjoy the watch and the vibes, which is always, always good. It's been out of print for a minute. It's bound to come back sooner or later. I'm hoping so. I saw the unicorn variant of the Dovin Wolf was in stock yesterday. Much to my chagrin, I did not pick it up. But I got myself like a late birthday present because I didn't really get myself anything for my birthday. So yesterday I picked up a high-grade Gundam Raphael and a Dryson. But, like, I limited myself to 2 kits, so... Between the two, the Dovin Wolf took the fall. But I am excited. It's the unicorn variant of the Dryson, and you know how I like my DOMs, chat. That's right, you mentioned you went to the shop yesterday. Were you getting, like, builder's parts and stuff? I have made quite the mess, and that's okay. I'll come back and clean this up in a minute. The paint's just kind of gotten in places that it should not be. Considered a Dom yesterday in the limited stock in my shop. Hopefully they'll get a restock soon. I wonder if a bunch of people came through and just bought stuff up. It's not necessarily a need, but I want to get some of the builder's parts high-grade hands, Xeon and Federation style at some point. Like, you have to paint them up, but that's not hard to do with the markers. Because it's a lot of, like, really nicely detailed and expressive high-grade hands. Which is nice, especially for some of the high-grade kits where it just does not give you much to work with. Yeah, I'll have to come through here with the bamboo skewer and knock off the excess paint. Which, thanks to these markers, isn't that difficult to do. It's really nice how smooth they apply. I don't know, something feels off about my lighting today. Maybe I had the wrong temperature setting for it. I need one of these that has a fine point on it. Hey, Devil, welcome on in. Received my wolf model Barbatos. Scared I'm gonna mess it up. I believe in you. You can do the thing. Just take your time. Take your time. That's a monster of a kit. Yeah, it is a gorgeous kit. Absolutely gorgeous. Congrats on getting it in. Some of the fits are a little finicky. Yeah, so it definitely sounds like a take your time with it. If something feels a little off, don't chance it kind of thing. Scared I'll screw up the panel lining. Ah, I see. Are you using like a Tamiya thinner or something? Or not thinner. Tamiya liner? I've only ever used Bandai's panel liners, so I'm not really versed in the other ones. And I've mainly stuck with Bandai's because it's been like the safe route for me. Little cleanup there. Tamiya liner. Want to use matte finish after, so it looks like an actual metal Gundam and not plastic. Oh, I see. Like the paint reactions and stuff. That's fair. Yeah, get the Get, like, the plastic sheen off of it. Scared of panel lining itself. Yeah, I can't really speak for, like, the Tamiya ones and stuff. Oh, you're gonna be doing some scribing too? I see, I see. Yeah, I have a scriber. And you know, as I'll tell everybody, my hands shake, and it makes me, like, nervous about scribing. And, like, there are tools to help steady your hand and stuff, but red frame astray, I got metal frame for it from AliExpress, built it, but the armor cracked on some of the pieces. Just order. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. You're gonna harvest it for parts, I'm guessing. That ain't bad for $10. Yeah, I gotta remake the armor. Yeah, I guess just take your time with it, slow and steady. It's probably the best advice I could personally give. But I am hoping it works out all good for you. I know that can be, like, nerve-wracking. Especially, like, when I've broken stuff and tried to fix it. So I can definitely understand. Kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of locked in, making sure I get this paint pushed back a little bit. Broke two kits I built from 6. Have they just been, like, really fragile, or has it been, like, paint reactions? Also, 16, you working on anything? Give the Tamiya a good day to dry and if you're worried. Yeah, that is one thing. Definitely give stuff time to cure and dry. Because I know if some stuff is still, like, not cured fully, it can have some gnarly reactions. Ooh, you've got the old 1/144th that site? Nice. I have one of those lying around somewhere. I've been meaning to do touch-ups on him. Also, yes, what Fennel said. Joints break or loosen up. The heel on one leg literally disintegrated, broken chest. Broken hands, broken leg armor. Okay, so yeah, it's the bare panel liner on the plastic that's making it crumble. Yeah, so you'll probably want to, like, do your coats first. Needs a gloss coat for the Tamiya. So basically clear coat it, then do the panel lining. To protect the plastic. Also, thank you, chat. Hey, Gotta Nobody, welcome on in, welcome on in. We're cleaning up some paint. We're cleaning up a wee little bit of paint. And chat's having a paint discussion on the Twitch side. Individual parts, if it gets into the seam, it will cause cracks and breaks. That is true if it gets into the joints and stuff. So gloss, then panel line. So are you still able to, like, if you still wanted to, like, hit it with a matte finish, can you still do a matte finish at the end? Matte after all the gloss coats. I'm learning myself today. Because most I really do is some detail painting, so, like, this is really good information to learn for the future. I will always defer to the painters in chat for advice. Oh, so gloss... Oh, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense for the decals. Okay, I'm following. I'm following. My brain box is doing a heckin' understand. Yes, chat, my brain is in fact square. You just don't want to panel line over the matte coat. It makes the liner run in weird ways. Okay, so the matte coat's like the last step. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's something, like, I've heard about it, it just wasn't coming to mind immediately. About the actual reaction of the panel liner and the plastic itself, then when the chemical comes on top of it. Very, very, very good calls, chat. Because model kit building is in part chemistry. What time is it? 2:11? It is 2:11. Okay. You know, in hindsight, I had a Master Grade Mark II a long time ago, and I was trying to paint it up, and I ran into some issues. And I think it's because I wasn't, like, taking into account stuff. Some neon green. Okay, so Devil ordered some neon green glow-in-the-dark panel liner, making the plastic harder. I used it for Barbatos glowing parts on the arms and legs, and it works wonders. It is Monday. It do be a Monday. You know, Devil, I saw Spade using some neon, pink. And that shit was, like, really cool. It was really nice. Then do matte after just 1 to 2 coats. Just realized. Yeah, it do, in fact, be Monday. It doesn't, like, feel like a Monday for me. Also, I was reading that aloud for, Devil, because of Automati stuff. Alright, I think I got that cleaned up. Biggest issue I have mentally is panel lining, painting, as I do too much. Oh, no, that's fair. That's fair. Like, the hyperfixation kicks in. No, that can be hard to fight. That's why it does take me so long to build, is because I can clean off nubs like very quickly, but my brain wants to hide them as much as possible. That's kind of what I ran into, 16. That's kind of what I ran into. Back in the day, I had like the speed run mentality, and I could get kits out pretty quick. And for those of you who do enjoy getting kits out really quick, nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. I just realized in my case, when I move quick, I get a little sloppy with it. Because my brain's like a squirrel and a hamster having an argument. It's just all over the place. Dad got me an early birthday gift. Ooh, what you get? What you get? Allie's lost her train of thought. And that's okay. Okay. All right, chat. I want to panel line a little bit since we're on the topic of it. We have about 30 minutes left of stream, so I think it wouldn't be a bad idea just to work on some paneling here. Just so I can get this stuff reattached. And my hand already slipped. I think I started this kit before the new year. I can't remember. Which, to be fair, there has been some non-Gunpla related things that have prevented some streams, which has kind of slowed its progress a bit. But like, there's only like 1 or 2 pages more in the manual, so we're getting pretty close. Getting pretty close. Ooh, you got the Master Grade Zaku, Psycho Zaku Verka? Nice. Enjoy. Enjoy that beast. You know me, chat. I love me a good Master Grade Zaku. Or Zaku in general. Or anything Zaku adjacent. I just like Mono Eyes. I love my Federation grunts to death. But boy howdy, do I love my Mono Eyes. They're just silly little guys. They're just silly little guys. You started on your death scythe for Halloween. I think the quickest kit that I put together was the high-grade gym, and I didn't have anything to do on a random Sunday. This was before I started streaming. Like, this is when I was fresh out of a job because our company went under. And I was just kind of sitting there on a Sunday, and I'm like, well, got nothing better to do. So I just banged out that little high grade in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. One of my friends. So one of my friends, they went up to the Gundam base in Chicago. And it was either the Gundam base or their local hobby shop up there. It was one of the two. But they had like, I think it was a 30-minute fantasy speed build. And they like had to build the kit in a very constricted amount of time. I can't remember what the reward was for doing it, but looking for a job for 4 months straight. Yeah, the job stuff can be rough. Dating can be almost as disappointing. Oh no. Yeah, some of my friends have been putting in so many job applications. And it's just like almost immediate rejections. And like, they're hella qualified. It's just, the job market's terrible right now. It's just awful. And I feel for y'all. I really do. Who are going through it. But as one of my friends was mentioning, you know, perseverance. Just gotta keep throwing them out there. Seeing what sticks. It's the best thing we can do. I've submitted approximately 30 at this point. Not sure what people expect in terms of qualities. It's wild. Like, I know there's the joke that goes around about, like, it's an entry-level position, but they want you to have 10 years of experience. I know there's a joke surrounding that, but it really is true these days. It's like, hey, this is a starter position or something. I would just like to get in and get a job. They're like, how much experience do you have? Not much. It's a starter position. They're like, okay, we need about 10 years under your belt. You weren't working since you were 10 years old? What a shame. And it's like, it's rough. Plus, people can just be assholes. I hope something will stick soon. I know that can be kind of maddening, just waiting and waiting. I'm close to starting Uber Eats, make Gundam model store locally as there aren't any available here in my country, and then see where it goes. I have a 3D printing business, but some people here see it as voodoo magic and don't know what to do with it. I get that. I mean, one of my friends was making bank off of, like, Uber Eats. They preferred it over normal Uber because they didn't have to deal with strangers getting in their car. They made some pretty good money doing the food delivery. I just smacked my mouse. I realize everything is, like, askewed. that many lines on this bracket. It's just some seam line and things like that. Okay. So this is going to be the mount for the big old missile pods, I think. This right here that we're working on. Also, happy early birthday, Gotta Nobody. I hope you enjoyed that, Zaku. It's a biggin'. It's a big boy. Prepare thyself. I'm kind of sad. We, we have Hobbytown USA, but, like, all of our mom and pop hobby shops just, they're gone. For one reason or another, they just haven't stuck around. So it's basically just been Hobbytown USA that we have, which, don't get me wrong, that is definitely better than nothing. Very much so. Yeah, COVID got a lot of them, unfortunately. Because we used to have a handful of them. Now, we still have, like, a couple manga, comic, anime shops that sell Gunpla. Your prices may vary, but they do occasionally get in some, like, really rare stuff. But, again, you know, they're not really centered on being hobbies, but you do have the right of it, Tummy. They just, a lot of them didn't make it through 2020 to, like, 2022. Which is a big bummer. Alright, that's been panel lined. We're going to work on panel lining this brick now so we can start to put stuff onto the brick. I don't really know how much there is going to be to panel line. Oh, you got some Gunpla-centric stores? My family used to own a hobby shop. It went under, like, long before, you know, COVID came around, but we did have a fully fledged hobby shop for a while. But, some things happened where it just became not sustainable. And our hobby shop was, like, very local. But, alas, shout out to my local shop and their banger stock. See, I love supporting, like, the mom and pop locals. Otaku Cafe, Anime Tokyo. Hey, yo! Yo, I would love some places like that around here. That would be wicked. We have a lot of local toy stores rather than hobby shops. Gosh, I think even our toy stores have kind of dried up around here. I mean, a lot of it's probably economy awful, but it's kind of sad to see. When I say kinda, I mean very. Yeah, you can run into the chance of, like, MSIA figures and stuff that you don't really see anymore. But they don't have Gundams. 3-4 models cost a ton. They are expensive, but not like here. Like, prices around 30 to 40 USD in general for, like, a master grade red frame. Here it's like 75. Oof. Yeah, that is some nasty markup. I never see MSIA these days. So, there is one place. So, I grew up where MSIA, you could find them at Toys R Us, and then Walmart had walls and walls of Gundam stuff back in the day at the old Wally World. No longer the case. However, there is one place that I know of where you can still find MSIA. A lot of it's secondhand, but we have a place called Second and Charles. And it's a place where you can find just all kinds of stuff, really. Like a lot of secondhand Gunpla, a lot of secondhand hobbies, books in general. And some of it's only secondhand in name, where it's never been used before. You know, it's one of those that, yeah, it's a pop culture thrift shop. It's a thrift shop that's like specifically centered on like pop culture stuff. And as always, you know, if you're looking at a kit or something, check your prices, check if it's already built or not. I know some people don't mind that, some people do. But yeah, it's like a nerd thrift shop, and it's kind of cool. I picked up the P Bandai real grade New Gundam Heavy Weapon System from Second and Charles. Brand new. Brand new, never opened. I got really lucky finding that. It's always a bit of a double take when you find P Bandai stuff in the wild, because it's like, huh? It's just something I never expect. Oh, chat, we should be able to get this stuff tacked onto the backpack today. Panel lining's almost done, and it's lining up with their time limit, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Only thing I'm not feeling good about is, why am I shrimping so bad? I know Gundam supremacists will say it's wrong, but I buy mostly the knockoff Gundam models that are almost one-to-one. Oh, like, I don't have a problem with bootlegs. I really don't. I still primarily get, like, Bandai, but I ain't got no issues with bootlegs. Like, I've got a bootleg on order for a Goof custom. And it's, you know, when Bandai's making so much premium Bandai, and they're not helping to facilitate customers in, like, Europe and, like, other parts of Asia and stuff, you do what you gotta do for your hobbies, you know? Hey, Krem, welcome on in, G-Reco kit. That's rare to see in the wild. Yeah, I got really lucky. I got really lucky. My friend in Japan grabbed this kit for me and sent it on over, because this one's been like an absolute nightmare to find in the wild. But I am very much a G-Reco enjoyer. I love G-Reco, which I understand is a mixed opinion for many, but I like it. I can't really explain why I like it, but I like it. I avoid bootlegs for the most part, but are good for a cheap battle damage custom. AliExpress has a ton of booties. Booties. I was contemplating getting their bootleg G-Quux gun cannon for $8, and then using its chest piece to fully build the other one that we have, and then use the bootleg for my kit bash. Yeah, the Fat Cat kits are very nice. Isn't Fat Cat rolling out the upscale of the Miku Gundam pretty soon? I know they've had the RX-78 upscale out for a while for the 2.0 real grade, but I think they just got the Miku coloration ready to go. But yeah, like, I kind of have the mindset of there's not really a wrong way to do the hobby. Unless, like, you're doing something that gives people problems. But yeah, no, like, I've been primarily a Bandai, like, legit kit buyer. Up until recently. The Golf Tiger King, which is the third-party Goof Custom, caught my eye. So that is on pre-order for when that comes out. There's a couple other things I've had my eye on. Not right now, though, because, like, I treated myself for my birthday. The rest of the funding that I was fortunate enough to be granted by chat, I'm basically holding on to, so I'm not, like, super suffocated for a little bit, which is a wonderful feeling, chat. It is an incredible feeling. Because for those who do not know, this is my full-time gig. Streaming. Oh, are you doing the God and Nobody? Are you doing the, like, joint covers? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, 16, before too long, we'll probably be getting the updated Death Scythe Hell high grade for Endless Waltz. I mean, I imagine it's going to be P Bandai, but it will exist. It will exist. I don't like how the EW Sandrock is like $40, but I guess it does come with the shoulder pads and stuff. The, like, pseudo armadillo unit. So I can kind of understand, but the kit itself is probably going to be very good, though, because the Death Scythe kit, the high grade, is a very good kit. I've built the standard one. Okay, I think that's lined up, chat. Yippee! I need to hydrate because I am a thirsty bish. But yeah, no. Fat Cat's out there putting in the work. Fat Cat's out there putting in the work. MGX Strike Freedom Gundam, not the 2.0. Gotcha. Yeah. And it's like, you know, when you are dealing with, like, third-party kits or bootleg kits, some producers are more reputable than others, you know? Some of them have very consistent and good kits. Sometimes you run into, like, fitting issues. Sometimes there's a maybe lesser-known producer who doesn't quite put out good quality. There was a brand that was trying to copy the 1/100th Kshatriya that rolled out, and their preview images for it were not good. They were not good. Like, the plastic was, like, bubbly and, like, melted looking. It was not a good presentation. So, you know, it's one of those things where definitely, like, do your research. Hey, Winchester, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Happy Monday, Tuesday. Happy Monday, Tuesday. You managed to catch us with a little bit of time left. But I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Give me just a quick sec. I hate going into ad breaks right as people join, but the ads are about to fire off, so give me just a quick sec, and we'll be right back. Alright, chat, we are back. I'm actually putting together my Taco Bell order. Before we assemble this, I'm actually putting together my Taco Bell order. I'm not going to order it yet. I'm going to order it like when stream ends, but I'm trying to figure out what all I need to get. Also, Winchester, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome on back. Welcome on back. We're just kind of vibing, thriving a little bit. I want to do a crunch wrap, chat. I'm debating between like a chicken crunch wrap or the black bean one. The black bean one sounds really good. I might have to do that. Also, chat, for anyone in the States, the app is giving me, like, last call for the chicken. Oh, stream had a hiccup for a little bit. That's weird. Stream, why you do this? I've been working on removing the black tiger stripes from the bottom of my giant orange pan. That is fair. Sent you a photo of the supposedly upcoming red frame. Ooh, I do want to take a look at that. I do want to take a look at that. Aren't they supposed to be releasing another master grade? A stray soon with a different design. Pico de Gallo. Ooh. Free cheese blend. Yo, chat. I can have beans and chicken in this thing. Do I do it? I'm doing it. I'm doing the slow roasted chicken and the beans. And the 3 cheese blend. This is not going to be a cheap order, but I told myself I was going to get me some bomb-ass Taco Bell for my birthday, and thus it is happening. Oh, are they, like, really ingrained? Let me see here, Devil. Photos leaked of the red frame. Resin. Oh, it's a resin model. Your name should be Lord Farquaad. Oddly enough, my tummy actually handles Taco Bell surprisingly well. Famous last words. Famous last words, most likely. Ooh. Spicy potato soft taco? Like, I'm also trying to keep in mind, like, my limitations for food right now, because, well, I'm ordering for someone else, too, who asked me to pick something up for him, but the Volcano Quesarito. What is this? What is this? Regular. Volcano sauce? Okay, that might mess me up. That might be an alley mistake that's about to happen. That's an alley mistake that's gonna happen. It's a good thing I'm not streaming tomorrow. Hey, Giz, welcome on in. Welcome on in. So, for me personally, I've got a quesarito and a crunch wrap. I'm probably just going to do a single crunchy taco and some nacho fries, because that's already kind of coming up on my food limits. Giz, thank you for the biddies. I don't know why that was so quiet in my ears. Pasta check, hydrate. Well, for pasta, currently, we are in the process of ordering some Taco Bell. Wait. Did y'all get rid of the nacho fries again? You literally have nacho fries on your sides. You have it on the picture. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, that's saddening. Wait, did they move them over here? No, I think they got rid of them for now. That's unfortunate. I mean, I can live without them, but they're nacho fries. You know? We like the nacho fries. Alright. Well, I can live with that. Giz, what you got going on today? What you got going on today? Chat is listening to me monologuing a Taco Bell order. And I do not apologize. And then we're going to just put this together. In a few moments. Yo, they have spicy potato tacos? Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Get me one of those. And I'll probably get me a standard taco. I think that's everything that I personally need. Alright, so for my housemate wanted a mini taco salad. They wanted a crunchy taco supreme. I'm getting the black bean crunch wrap with chicken added. I'm getting the volcano quesarito. And 2 tiny tacos. Alright, I think that's everything. Alright, I'm going to save that there in my cart. Alright, chat, thank you for your patience. But yeah, we got some stuff done today. Well, as soon as I connect it to the body. So far, resting well and stopped bleeding again. That is good. That is good. I know you do have a penchant for losing the life juice in your line of work. Oh, sorry, chat. I had to smack the crap out of you. Oh, I see how this works. I have to attach these goobers. And then... Okay. So these go on first. And they go into these polycap holes here. Like so. So these are some slightly articulated thrusters on it. That's kind of nice. You don't really expect much articulation on something like this, so it is nice to see it when you get it. Losing a bottle's worth before the month even goes by. I was going to say, you need to up your iron intake if that's the case. Okay. And then this piece here, how does this connect? Do these go toward the butt? I think. Yes. Yes, this goes toward the butt. And we have to panel in it, because I missed it. And thank you again for the bits. Always, always appreciated. Working on the massive plastic for the backpack. Yo, gotta know, buddy, the fuel tank on that kit is wild. Like, I talk about this kit having a big dumpy. The Psycho Zaku has a big dumpy. Okay, so this all moves together. Yeah, become a Steel-type Pokemon. Oh, did these go lower? Oh, I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. The missile pods do sit lower. Okay. So... this is going to be one of those things where it does not feel right when I assemble it. I actually have a little bit more in the manual than I was thinking. Nothing doing too bad, though. There's going to be a lot of detail painting in this section here. The next, like, 4 pages is going to be a lot of detail work. But we'll get through it. We'll get it done. So, this is the way I'm supposed to hold the backpack. And then... although I had the right idea, I was not quite in the right zip code. There we go. Hey, Giz. Thank you for the lurky lurk. Yeah, chat. Winchester's been doing some frying pan cleaning. He posted a picture of it, in the old Discord. Once again, this little peg here connects into the back. And it is this singular peg that holds this entire thing together. I'm admittedly a little nervous about it, but I've also not, like, heard any complaints about it, so I'm just going to assume that it works. That will be my assumption. We'll find out. Oh, actually. Okay, that might actually be a pretty good fit. That might actually be a good fit. Just jam it in. Just jam it on in there. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Woo! I almost just made a mistake. I almost just knocked so many things off the table by accident. So many things. Alright, I was letting my housemate know that I am in fact going to Taco Bell today. Okay. That over there. Mistake, left in the pan for too long. Let me move some stuff real quick. I need to make room to put the G-Self. So you can't see it. It's off camera. But I have the G-Self sitting on my little turntable. Okay. Now payable with PayPal or Venmo. You know, I don't have my PayPal connected to this phone. I wonder if I can just pay there. Because I don't have my PayPal password. It's like... somewhere. Look at this chat. We've got the makings of an Omega Chonker. So, what still needs to go on this? There's some binders that go here. And then the cannons mount up on the top here. On these sides here, this is where the huge missile pods are going to sit. And then there's this hole down here. It's got a stand that comes with it, and you can just plug it in there. I'm pretty sure I have an adapter where I can make this work on a normal action base, but I guess I don't really see a need to, considering that this stand looks like it's going to be good enough. But I like having the options. Got those massive ball joints, but this thing is a chunk of plastic. Like, yeah, the stand that comes with it is solid. It looks solid. It does look solid. This thing is giving Gundam Seed a run for its money, as far as backpacks go. But yeah, that's why we'll stick with the standard stand that it comes with. If it's solid, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's coming together though, Chad. It's coming together. So this is basically what's next. It's those funnels. Well, not funnels, but the fins. And the... Let me zoom it in. Let me zoom it in. I know the manual is a little hard to see sometimes. I love the big brick. I love this thing so much. I mean... To be fair, my holy grail master grade, if I can ever find one and happen to have the money at the time, is the Deep Striker. So I seem to have a habit of gravitating toward big red bricks. Looks at the Nightingale. So I like my big brick kits. One day I'll get that damn Deep Striker. One day. I've had this kit since it came out, more or less. I need to dust it, but basically rock solid. That's what I love to hear. That's what I love to hear. I will say the next kit we build is probably going to be a much more simplistic kit. I want to knock out a couple, you know, more basic kits, whether it be Gunpla or otherwise. I pre-ordered the Deep Striker when it was announced way back in the day. You know, it came out when I had not been back into Gunpla yet. And like, P Bandai keeps saying they're gonna bring it back because it was a normal release kit, chat. But they're saying they're gonna reprint it and put it up on P Bandai, which admittedly makes me a little unhappy. But it's like a $200-300 kit. And now it's being used for Kit Bosch fodder. Kit Bosch. Kit Bash. Okay, but I'm not gonna lie. I could see that being a really cool Kit Bash. I could see that being like a really cool Kit Bash using parts from that. But yeah, that Deep Striker Master Grade's like my single biggest, like, you know, for some people who want like a perfect grade, this is my version of that perfect grade Holy Grail. No plans for the Neo Zeong? I would not mind having the red one. I would not mind having the red one since I'm such like a gooner for unicorn kits and big red chunky boys. I haven't seen it in such a long time. Because I actually don't want the narrative version since I've already built the high-grade Stein and stuff. But I do want the red one. The OG Neo Zeong. And then I could say I built a high-grade Sinanju. I would love to have it. I think it's about the same price as the Deep Striker. These days, at least. I want to say. I'm not sure. But yeah, no, Allie would like to have that. Allie would like to have that. Let me check something real quick, chat. Oh, hey! Dan's live. He's doing a cooking stream. W Dan. W Riley-in. You know what? I want to shout out Riley-in because they're a good dude. I've learned, like, a lot of what I know about streaming from them. Let me get my keyboard real quick. Yo. A Castfall Dendrobium is terrifying. That is a terrifying thought. Yeah, chat. If you want to ever see a very wonderful goober, does variety, does cooking, does spooky games, Minecraft master, definitely go give Riley a follow. Dan is very good people. Dan is very good people. I'm just looking around my Twitch just to see, like, potential raids. I do have to go very quickly, though, when I do shut down. You know me, chat. I always feel guilty raiding and running. Oh, there's a few people. Paladin Reyna is building some Warhammer. Raven is also working on some Warhammer. Oh, what I would do for a Dendrobium. Let me check. Let me check something here, chat. Ba-ba-da. Okay. I haven't had a chance to raid Paladins, so I think we're gonna go do that. Chat. Thank you. All of you who have been here today. For those of you just joining, I do apologize. I know it was a shorter stream today. It's just been like that lately, unfortunately. Today, thankfully, not due to any unfortunate circumstances. I'm just trying to beat traffic. But we're gonna go raid Paladin Reyna. I'm probably mispronouncing her name, but she's working on some Warhammer. Little bit of Warhammer. Chat, we will not be live tomorrow. We will be live again on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, I've got doctor stuff. Ideally, I will stream on a Saturday. So it's going to be a 3-stream week. Doctor stuff is just draining for me. That's why I typically don't stream on doctor days. So that's the main reason for that. But we will be live again on Wednesday and Saturday. We'll be live again on Saturday. Ideally, we'll be finishing this kit by Saturday, chat. Like, that's my goal, is to hopefully be finishing this kit. Because I need to clean this table off. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have fun recording the video for this kit, though. It's going to be a fun one. For all of you who have birthdays coming up, happy early birthday. I know there's a few people here that are having early birthdays who have made themselves known between the Twitch and the YubTubs. So I hope that goes fantastic. Exclamation point Discord, exclamation point YT, exclamation point socials. If for whatever reason you're on the social hellscape. I need to make a macro for that eventually. But yeah, I think that's about all I got for the day. For those of you celebrating Lunar New Year, whether it's already happening or it's happening tomorrow, I hope you have a fantastic one. Hope it is nice and cozy for you. And let me go ahead and get this raid started. Paladin Reyna. Okay. Looks like they're hanging out with some people. Alright, chat. I'm going to go ahead and get this raid started. I love your faces. I will see you around in the Discord. I will keep you posted. Stream Wednesday, outside of internet going out. Won't be interrupted. Saturday, same story. We'll be fine. So I will catch you all then, and we will hopefully get this G-Self done this week. Let's get this cooking. Allie, you've been streaming since 2021, 2022. You would think you know how to quickly wrap up a stream. Shut up, brain. No, I don't.